Good evening, Ed McCurvey, District 4. Yeah, I was looking through the budget, and looks like we're about $120 million worth of things we want to do. And we're probably not going to be able to do about half of them. So we really got to look hard at what the priorities are. And I would just, for perspective, we do have the highest tax rate, higher taxes than San Francisco already, so we need to be careful about that. We are still paying for bonds for roads from 20 years ago. And if we want to go out and ask the people for more bonds, we're going to continue to be in debt and dependency. That's not a recipe for growth in our city. So we need to be careful. Now, I think, as a businessman, what we have to do is always look at what we have, make some trade-offs, and make some decisions. When I was young, I used to go to the library. I took karate at the library. And I was so poor, my grandmother had to make my uniform. My mom used to drag me to the library, and we'd go to the Weight Watchers meeting. And I went to Storybook Hour as a kid, but the library is a community center, and it's really important for our community. But when I went there when I was in college, there was no books there to do a research paper. So our idea of what the library is and what it really is needs to change with the times. And I'll make a suggestion. We're putting in a community center over on 4th and Henderson. We need to combine these projects. You can take the $15 million that you have, not go into debt, and add it to that grant project over there and expand it and make that community center what it mostly is as a community center with a library, and make it better, and we can combine two big projects and get something big done in this city. And we don't have to sacrifice and make a smaller library that won't serve the needs of the community. I really feel strongly about this, and going into debt right now with the economy and the direction that it's going in is a bad recipe. It's not a recipe for growth. We need to be thinking clearly about these projects. The most important thing right now in our city, the roads. They're crumbling, and they're not getting fixed. We need to spend a lot more time on the basics of this city right now than trying to go into debt to build something that's just maybe an idea in somebody's mind. Because the reality is, the library is mostly a community center. We've had some trauma in the city. There's some men that lost their lives serving this community to try to save that property and save others. And we need to respect them by building a memorial for them. But that's separate from this process. It's not the same thing. Let's build a community center. Let's combine some projects. Let's be fiscally responsible and help everyone in the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to come forward? Please do so.